Hi! After my last video where I explained more about the restoration of the citizenship of Lithuania, I actually received tons of questions, so I thought that it would be very beneficial to prepare a separate video where I could answer those. So who are those citizens whose grandchildren and great-grandchildren can have their citizenship of Lithuania restored and have it like a dual citizenship? It's very important to know that the independence of Lithuania was declared on the 16th of February 1918. The first Citizenship Act was passed in 1919. So you have to know when your ancestor left Lithuania. If he or she left Lithuania after 1919, there is a very good chance you could be entitled to the citizenship of Lithuania and keep your current citizenship. Still, if this happened shortly before the aforementioned date, there also are some possibilities. For instance, the same Citizenship Act of 1919 refers to some exceptions where a person could still be considered as a citizen. What are the documents that prove a person was a citizen? We are very usually asked, hey, I have a birth certificate of my grandmother or great-grandfather, and he or she was born in Lithuania. Is that enough? No, unfortunately, that's not enough. Usually the birth certificate is considered to prove only the fact that the person was born in Lithuania, but not the fact that the person was indeed a citizen of Lithuania. The documents that prove the person was a citizen are, for instance, like internal passport of Lithuania, external passport of Lithuania, drafting into the Lithuanian army, and so on. These documents are usually kept in the archives of Lithuania, and every time before one wants to proceed, it's a must to make a heritage search in the archives of Lithuania and to find those documents. I also received a question such as, I have documents from the United States where the documents mention my ancestor was a citizen of Lithuania. Are these enough? Unfortunately, that's not enough. The documents from any other country like Brazil, Australia, United States, etc., even though those mention a citizenship of Lithuania your ancestor had, they are not considered the same as the documents from Lithuania. Every time if the person wants to have her citizenship of Lithuania restored, first thing to do is to have a heritage search done in the archives of Lithuania. Every time the person must present at least one document from Lithuania. But even if you are confident enough that your ancestor meets the requirements and you can have your citizenship of Lithuania restored, but there are no documents in the archives of Lithuania, it's not the end. I have had many cases in the courts of Lithuania when we provided the indirect proofs, those little bits, to the judge, and the judge made a positive decision and decided that indeed, although there are some missing documents, the person, like your ancestor, was still a citizen of Lithuania. So even if you are quite confident that your ancestor meets the criteria, but you are unavailable to find those documents, please note that you can always contact us. Also, there is this question, I'm already a dual citizen. Can I have a third citizenship, like of Lithuania? The answer is yes. I have had numerous cases when I helped people to get their triple citizenship. For instance, I have had clients who are now citizens of Chile, United States and Lithuania, or Brazil, United States and Lithuania. So the triple citizenship is still possible. Also, I received such a question. I received a negative decision made by the Ministry of the Interior. Is that it? Please note that every time a person gets a negative decision, it can be appealed. There is a certain 30 days term when a person can appeal. And I have had numerous cases in the courts when we appealed those decisions, and sometimes, I couldn't tell like 100%, but sometimes those decisions were changed. Still, even if the immigration department officers find you are not entitled for dual citizenship, there are other options. For instance, right to citizenship certificates, about which I will speak more in the next video, or any other type of document that could make you fulfill your dreams. Please note that there is not only like the dual citizenship that can be acquired, there are also possibilities to get like single citizenship of Lithuania, and for my clients sometimes this also was an option. If you are interested, please follow the links provided below. Also, please follow our channel, and if you have any other additional questions, please write those below and I would be happy to answer those in the next video.